Hey y'all, it's Jen, and I have another tag video for you. This is the I'm a Guilty Reader tag. The original one was created by Read Like Wildfire, and I will link that original video below. Before I get started, I want to say that I am looking for tag videos to do, so if you've got one that you would like to see me do, be sure and tag me in it. You can put it in the comments below. Let me know which ones you want to see me do. Tag me in any that you're doing so I can also participate, and you can tag me over on Twitter or Instagram or wherever. All of my links are linked down below in the description box. So let's get started on this tag. Number 1, have you ever re-gifted a book that you have been given? Probably, but not before I've read it, usually. People don't gift me books a lot, and if they do, then it is one that I've specifically asked for. A lot of times I will get gift cards for books, but not books themselves. Number 2, have you ever said that you have read a book when you have not? Probably, but only because I get some of them confused and think I have read them, but then realize later on that I have not. And I am really bad about getting Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility. I get those two confused. I've read one of the two. I can't ever remember which one, and I didn't really enjoy it, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm sure that I have said that I've read Sense and Sensibility when it's actually Pride and Prejudice, or vice versa. Because again, I just really can't remember if I've read them or not. Number 3, have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? Yes, sort of. I have a library book that is still in my possession. It is one of those little books that are square, about this big, and it's about the littles, Mr. and Mrs. something, I forget. They were my favorite little book series when I was in like 2nd grade, 1st grade, and I still have one that was, if when you open it up, it's got the McCrory Public Library stamped on the front of it. I'm sure that we paid for the book because it's been a really long time since I've been in 2nd grade. We're talking like over 30 years. So it's my book now. I still own it. My kids read it. My niece is now reading it. I'm sure my grandkids will read it eventually because I do plan on hanging on to it. So yeah. Number 4, have you ever read a series out of order? Not intentionally. That actually really, really, really bothers me. Even reading companion novels out of order really bothers me. So I think that I probably have. In fact, I know that I've read Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman, which is considered the 2nd book in the American Gods series, but it's more of a companion novel, and so technically, yes, I've read that out of order because I have not read American Gods yet. Number 5, have you ever spoiled a book for someone? Probably. Not intentionally, but probably. I like to talk about books, and sometimes I don't realize that what I'm saying is spoilery, and what I would consider something that's not a spoiler, someone else probably would. Big things like characters that are killed or major plot lines. I don't think I've ever spoiled anything like that, and if I did, it certainly wasn't intentional. Number 6, have you ever dog-eared a book? Yeah, I did when I was younger a lot. I don't now, and I haven't for many years, but when I was younger in my teens, I did dog-ear them occasionally. My preferred method was always to use a bookmark or something else, but then there's occasionally times when that wasn't an option, so yeah, I dog-eared. Number 7, have you ever told someone you don't own a book when you do? Probably. Again, not intentionally. I don't loan out my books very often. So, and most people don't ask me to loan out one of my books. If someone is interested in reading a book that I have and that if it's one that I want to keep, then I will usually just go buy that book for them. But if it is one that I don't necessarily want to keep, then I will gladly pass it along, and so that's not a problem to me. Number 8, have you ever told someone that you haven't read a book when you have? Again, not intentionally, but probably. I know that there is a book series that it's a series of trilogies that the last couple of books have come out, and I actually bought the second to last book twice because I thought it was new and I hadn't read it, when in fact I had already bought it and read it when it first came out. So I think that I probably have told someone in a situation like that that I have read something when I haven't. Number 9, have you ever skipped a chapter or a section in a book? Again, probably, but not intentionally. I am not ever one of those that skips ahead, and because I need to see the progression. I'm kind of a little bit particular about that. I don't want to know the ending before I've gotten to that point. I like the process of getting there. So I don't really skip ahead. I don't skip sections because I'm always afraid I'm going to miss something important if I skip a section. Even if it's a section like, say, a character's chapter that I just can't stand, I still will listen to it because I don't want to miss something or be confused later on. I have a hard enough time with deep reading comprehension as it is that if I skipped like that, I could potentially be extremely lost and miss something important, and I just can't do that to myself. Number 10, have you ever badmouthed a book that you actually liked? I don't think so. I try not to badmouth books a lot anyway. I will say that I did not enjoy a book, and the reasons why I didn't enjoy it. But strictly bad-mouthing a book, it has to be really, really bad for that. Because normally I can see the strength and why some people would like it. So just because it wasn't for me doesn't mean it deserves to be bad-mouthed. And I certainly wouldn't do that to a book I liked. So there you go. That is my I'm a guilty reader tag. I don't think I'm much of a guilty reader, I guess. Maybe a little bit in some parts, but it's definitely not intentional. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, give me a thumbs up, and hit subscribe so you can be notified when I post more videos. Again, if you've got a tag you want to see me do, please be sure and either put it in the comments for me to find, or tag me over on Twitter. And until next time, bye.